Did you know that Witch Doctor's ultimate can attack insanely quick, increasing its DPS by a ton if you are casting it on a target that is affected by Chen's penitence? I know I definitely didn't until today. Look how insanely fast that damage is. Absolutely crazy. So in this video, we're going to go through some more things that you probably should know about Dota 2, but maybe you didn't. Let's go. So starting off with the one we mentioned just before, Chen's penitence can be cast on a target, and then Witch Doctor can use Death Ward, and it makes the Death Ward attack insanely quick. It receives the attack speed bonus that is gained from allies attacking that target. The way penitence works is it will slow the targeted unit, and anybody that attacks it will get bonus attack speed. As far as I know, this is the only thing that can buff its attack speed, as it is applied to the target and not to the actual ward. It's pretty crazy though. The amount of damage is definitely noticeable. Did you know that if you are in a team fight that has a hell of a lot going on, it's hectic as hell because you have a Naga Siren and a Phantom Lancer or anyone who uses tons of different units, if you are trying to heal that target or cast a specific spell on a target, you can actually use the portraits at the top to make sure that you're not going to be missing those spells. Everybody knows how difficult it is when you're trying to target one person in the middle of their 50 illusions like a Phantom Lancer to try and heal them as like Omni Knight or as Oracle. It's a pain in the ass and you can misclick super easily. So with these heroes, target the portrait instead of the actual hero on the screen, and that way you cannot miss. This works for any heroes that are trying to apply a buff to somebody, and it'll also work for any hero that you're applying the buff to. It doesn't just work for the heroes that have illusions and stuff. You can apply a buff from any hero to any hero as long as it's an ally. And while you cannot use this to target spells on your enemy, you can actually use it to use an attack command on the enemy portrait, and it will force you to attack them. But no, unfortunately, which is probably a good thing, you cannot use this to target someone who has illusions and find the real one. Did you know that all of the rank medals are actually designed around items in the game? Yep, Herald will be designed after a Tango, Guardian is designed after a Buckler, Crusader is a Ring of Aquila, the Archon is Yule's Scepter of Divinity, and Legend is a Black King Bar. Ancient, of course, this is probably one of the obvious ones, is a Manta style. Divine, Shocker, is a Divine Rapier, and the Immortal, Shocker again, is the Aegis of the Immortal. I didn't know this until researching for this specific video, so I guess we've learned something new. That being said, I've not really done ranked since returning, and I know I really need to do it, but we'll get to it at some point. Keep in mind, I am a casual. It's likely going to be that I am around like the mid rank as well, and that is absolutely fine. Did you know that with Rubick, when he gets his aghanim scepter, not only does it upgrade his own spell steal ability, his own ultimate, it actually upgrades every single spell that he steals to the aghanim scepter version, even if the enemy didn't have an aghanim scepter at the time. If you steal the spell and that spell can be affected by an aghanim's upgrade, you will in fact get that benefit from that stolen spell. This means that if you do steal the correct spell at the right time, if the enemy hasn't even got their aghanim scepter, you will have a stronger version of their spell, even though they don't have it. So the Ags on Rubick is insanely powerful and an absolute value item, because it's basically giving you the upgrade for every ability that you can get your hands on. So quick interruption. One, if you haven't clicked the sub button, please do. It helps an absolute ton, and I can't wait to get this channel growing up a bit so I can get live streaming and making some more unique content. We're actually growing super quick, but there's still over 86% of you guys that haven't clicked the sub button that watch the video. And finally, because the Dota niche isn't really all that good in terms of ad revenue on YouTube, I decided to drop a merch store for the channel, which I'll be adding more stuff to and then updating different things here and there. But you guys can check it out, and if you want to support the channel and grow yourself something cool, that is a great way to do it. There's only a few things on there right now, but I will be adding some more things, and then I'll also be doing like bigger, more limited drops as well. All of this just helps me improve the content on the channel and make more of it. So if you're interested, there'll be a link in the pinned comment and the description. Here's one that you'll probably never see ever. Did you know that Rubick and Lifestealer can both infest the same creep? When this happens, neither of them will have control of that creep. However, both of them will be inside and can exit whenever they want to. Now, of course, this is only going to happen if Rubick manages to steal Infest when Nakes jumps out of using it. So you'll have to have pretty quick fingers, and then you'll have to hold it until Nakes jumps inside of another creep. So you're likely not going to see this, but I thought it was interesting all the same. In fact, if you have seen this in a game, let me know. Did you know as Timbersaw you can throw your ultimate down in base and then teleport away, and then when you arrive it will be recalled, and anything it passes through from base to your hero will be damaged, or if it's a tree it'll be completely removed. So if you're looking to completely destroy trees, this is your way to do it. Now you may be thinking this has no use at all, like absolutely not. But if you're actually against someone who likes to use the trees, for example Hoodwink, or for example Broodmother likes to put the webs and hide in the trees, or Tree and Protector even. You can put this in base, teleport to the furthest away tower, and then place yourself in the trees and take down that whole freaking forest. For a certain amount of time, of course, but it still has some use. For those players that this kind of annoys, did you know that you can actually push towers really fast by mixing a Orb of Corrosion and the Dragon Scale neutral item? It is insane damage. Now, the reason I'm talking about this one is mainly because the Orb of Corrosion is the main focus. I had no idea that this affected buildings with all of its effects. I thought that it reduced the armor, but I didn't realize that it did the actual damage per second, but it also stops the health regen of that as well. Now, this is useful because if Tree and Protector places his shield on the actual tower, it's going to reduce the amount of healing that that's going to do. But also having the damage also mixed with the Dragon Scale, it's going to allow you to deal a good amount of damage per second to the tower when you're not even attacking it. Now, it lasts for 3 seconds for both the Dragon Scale and the Orb of Corrosion. You get 5 damage per second from the Orb of Corrosion, and you're going to get yourself 22 damage per second from the Dragon Scale. So, getting an extra 27 damage per second through the actual attack in the towers, even if you leave, you're going to get a good amount of damage to help push down those towers. I am 100% going to start using this if there's a game where split pushing is just going to be better. And that's our last one. So if you enjoyed, leave a like, sub to the channel, check out the merch store, and I'll catch you in the next one.